we're gonna get into some pretty heavy stuff here. So all this GUI related nonsense is gonna go. Alright, we're just gonna dig right in. Taking out the basically I'm taking out the things that are sort of by hiding out these variables, I'm basically saying the system that relies on this memory is all going to break, and then I can track it all down. So here's where we start getting into concerning territory. How do I do things like this in the future? I don't know. We'll see. The scrolling system might become a lot better, might become worse, might be just as bad as it is now, which is not great, by the way. Yeah, this is a pretty brutal change here. Alright, what do we do with these scroll bars? GUI scroll bars is in the edit position. Oh, wow. What do I want? What do I want? This is getting a bit weird. So, part of the problem here is we have the scroll state for the file and then a separate scroll state for the GUI. We're still going to have a GUI with a separate scroll state. I just don't necessarily want it to be married to the current one. For now, I guess I will, and we'll just consider that something to fix later. Okay, perfect. So now everything is super broken. I'm going to try to make as much of it work again as I can. Start with rendering. Alright, so we want to basically do all of these things that would have led to rendering. We're just going to do them directly. Whatever it requires. Jackson Banan asks, what are you working on at Red? Oh, well I finished a couple of like little projects to help set up a UI system, and that UI system I'm now working on upgrading it in a bunch of ways, and it's supposed to evolve to become a UI system that can be used for a couple of different projects. Primarily, like the number one is probably the debugger. At some point it should become the front end for that. But there's a couple other ideas of things it can be used for. Alright, so we want to see what these different things do. So, begin serial section. I don't think that is anything I need to do. Begin scrollable. Alright, so I need to push a clip. Not sure exactly how I get that region for the clipping yet. There we go, put down the render target. And I need to figure out the clip rectangle somehow. I don't know. Alright. Scroll region.x1 clip rect.x1. Right, okay. let's see, so that does those. What else do we have? That's end serial section does nothing, begin serial does nothing. For rendering it does nothing. It does stuff, but not that we care about here. Begin scrollable. Slider bottom bar. So I feel like begin scrollable also emits all these things in a way that I probably should understand. And then finally there's do file. Alright, let's take a look. I probably didn't do a very good job of approximating the behavior because I don't remember it. Oops, still not there. Let's take a look at why, though. I would have expected to see at least something wrong, not nothing. Uh-oh. Hey! I don't know what that is. It's way weird. Let's take a look. Okay, this is the one I care about, that one. Comes in here. Max X, max Y. Display width 354. Let's try and take a look again. I think it would have happened right here-ish. Not actually sure where the items get emitted. Probably in here. Ooh, clip width. Why is that happening? File region. Okay, so the file region never gets set. Okay, so I think we can fix that pretty easily by just saying, let's look at when the file region used to get set. Okay, it was during step. The file region would get set right there. Okay, I understand. So what's going to happen is okay, that's not bad. It's not a bad start. So, there it is. Do top bar happens way up here. Okay. Doombox, I am working on pulling out the old GUI stuff and rewriting the very bare minimum parts of it that I still need for 4coder. Draw file bar. System, target, view, models, file, clip rect. Except that's not the correct rectangle. Okay, I need to go find out from the GUI stuff. Top bar. What do you believe about top bars? Okay. top bar rect needs to equal well, I don't have rect helpers right now. I'm gonna just do this out the verbose way, and I'll have someone else come fix it, aka me from the future, come fix it some other time. In my more recent code bases, I build all of these things out with a bunch of helpers that makes rectangle manipulation super easy. Don't have it here. There we go, and then what I need to do is I need to see to it that update There we go. That looks like 4coder. Okay. Let's see, where to next? So that gives us the file, and the bar on top of the file is now shown correctly. The scroll bar might be the next best thing to do, but the scrolling doesn't even work. I could work on just getting all the input working first, and then try to get the scroll bar working. So let's take a look at that in particular. Why do these things stop working? Set the file region, grab the file that we're interested in, Alright, let's take a moment to edit this. Um, that's good. Default text is already black. Um, there we go. Alright, so let's see. Everything is working here. Is that right? Alright, so let's see. Where to next? So this is not actually going to make the like the input, like arrow keys won't work yet, and this has nothing to do with keyboard input. Is what I'm trying to get at. I don't get why I can't just use at least basic commands, even though scrolling shouldn't work. Like, why is clicking broken? Why is all of this broken? I don't understand that part. So I'm going to test with that for a minute. That gets handled right in 4ed CPP, right? Right in the very belly of the beast. Yeah, I can't really see right now with the dark theme because the sun is literally outside the window right here, and it's so bright that I can't see unless this monitor is um, also bright. It just gets kind of, your pupils do some widening because of the brightness out there, and then the monitor just looks like a dark blob that I can't really interpret. I mean, this is kind of hard right here to read. Ugh. I don't like changing themes on Visual Studio, so I've just given up on trying to keep it in sync with my code editor. Ba da ba da ba 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 da ba ba da ba 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 da ba da ba ba da ba ba da ba da 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 ba ba da ba. Okay, I'm gonna not be able to step through this for very long, so I need to. What did I hit that would have? Okay. Um. Command caller. Where the hell is command caller? I couldn't even see that red dot. There we go. Now we're in the other coroutine. Bum bum ba bum 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 ba dum ba dum ba dum bum bum ba dum bum ba 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 bum ba 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 bum. Alright, how's this supposed to work? We take the view file region. Oh! Why does the view summary not have a file region then? Shit, I went too far again. file region. Yeah, I should get a find file region right here. Oh, that's right. Oh, it failed an access test, huh? It's going for access protected. Its lock flags are empty. Well, it's already been cleared though. Let's try this again. Fill. Now the lock flag says 3. Whoa, okay, let's take a look at that. Ah, right. Okay, so that's all back. There we go. So we're getting somewhere. This is all working without the GUI system involved, which is awesome. Now I don't have scrolling on this file yet. Right, so now it just won't do anything there. So let's try to work on that part. Not sure why we ask for a scroll rect. Doesn't matter. In scroll, does that do anything useful? No. Okay, so we don't care about any of the stuff that begin scrollable does. So we don't have to do anything before this. Although we probably do want to do these three at some point. Okay, we're going to ignore that part too here at the bottom, this end scrollable section. It's doing this whole suggested max Y thing, and we might keep using that system, but I'm thinking we might also be able to just do away with a lot of that nonsense now, which is slightly related to the GUI system, although it doesn't. It's more about how there's the GUI layer, then there's the layer we're editing, and then there's the layer above that. And the layer above that relies on this information right now, but that might be changeable as well. So I'm going to just let that be wrong for a little while we keep working through these details. So what I really need to see is GUI step view. So that's begin scrollable. Okay, so it's in GUI. Okay, I see. Those are the things we have to do. So bar top bottom slider or invisible. We're going to do invisible right now, and we'll do the other ones later. If show bar, else, and now we're going to do invisible right here. vars.targetY plus equals user input mouse wheel. Target Y equals clamp. GUI active scrolling. GUI activate scrolling result is animating. Okay. So the only one that I'm not sure about is GUI activate scrolling. Yeah, we don't want that. Weird. So it's kind of acting like it's scrolling, but it's not really, and I don't know why. It has something to do with... What is happening? What is happening? What is happening? Result vars. Wait a minute, what? That's confusing. Let me take a look at that real quick. I see. I don't have a max Y suggestion, and so it freaks out. Alright. We're going to have to do that for now, I guess. I don't get it. I don't get this how this works at all. This code is such a disaster. Scrollable items bottom. Rect y1. That doesn't make any sense. Minus scroll V. Full erect dot y1. Where are you getting full erect? GUI session init. Um, yeah, I'm working on the UI for 4coder. Technically, I'm just trying to pick it apart and destroy most of it. Yeah, it's possible to program Vim bindings, but there aren't any good examples of that right now. So you'd have to program it yourself. None of this makes any sense at all. Oh my god. Alright, so I know what I need to put in there. It's just, I can't figure out how the GUI code even made this work. Yeah, I really do need to get like proper blackout curtains. I never have done that, but there's no like above the windows here. There's no like rod where you would attach them, so I'd have to install the rods, which is just a pain in the ass. Okay, so okay, I'm ignoring this because none of it makes any sense and it's all stupid and I hate it. Instead, what we'll do is we'll just line height file buffer lowest line count. If unwrapped lines, lowest line equals wrap line index. If not unwrapped lines, then line count height. Clamp the bottom of line height and view height. Max target Y equals clamp the bottom 0.f. So 0. Lowest line plus 1/2 times line height minus line height times 1/2. Okay, that makes sense. Still no good. Alright, let me take a quick look at what happens there. So I don't get why scroll Y isn't moving towards target Y. Alright, wait a minute. I see. I see. Hey, there we go. That's the old 4coder back. Perfect. Let's take a look here. Hey, not a bad trick, not a bad trick. I approve of inverting the screen colors. Although, how did you do that? Oh no, I have the URLs. I think they probably got moderated though. So only mods can see the URLs, sorry. I need to take a 5-minuter. So let's do this. Alright, so I figured out what had to be done to get scrolling to work, which was this stuff. What is this? I see, we check if the target has changed. We convert that to float. We apply the scroll rule. We mark ourselves as animating, and then we update the previous targets. Okay. Alright, cool. So, that all works. What doesn't work? The scroll bar. That can't be brought up, right? I don't remember if I even have a way to toggle that. But if I do, it's not going to work anyway, so let's go and get the scroll bar in there, and then we will make it operated by the flag once it's in there and working. That way we can see it whether or not we have a command for seeing it. On the other hand, fuck the scroll bar. Simple as that. Regression. We'll bring it back if users keep asking for it, but I feel like it's actually a big pain in the ass. And I never liked it. And it's no good the way it's written anyway. Okay. There we go. So now we have step and draw working for files completely. Let's go ahead and come over here. I forget what the most recent version of 4coder is. I feel like it's 28. So let's see, where do I find the version though? I guess I just go straight to the page. 28. Okay, there we go. Alright, so we're in a weird position now where I have to kind of figure out what I need to be thinking about. I guess the big next thing is to get the dummy version of the yeah, so that's happening, and then that, but you can't do that. Foobar basilisk doesn't do anything. Boom, 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 etc. Okay. Okay. Alright, this is where things will get fun. So I'm going to turn my music off, and then we can take a look and go, okay, so what we're interested in is what is the item count of our view's transient UI control, and if that's, you know, not going to be a problem, we can ask for the items, and then we're going to say, look, I just want to iterate that array of items. Oh gosh, what a stupid UI system this has been. Alright, so what we're going to do, iterate the items. For each item, we're going to switch on the item's type. We'll get a UI type option and a UI type text field, and those are the two we're going to get. And then to do one of these, we're going to draw a fat option block. In order to draw a fat option block, I'm going to come up here to where I define that, and we're going to start filling it in. So system is correct. GUI target. No, why are you asking for a GUI target? Don't ask for a GUI target. No. No, active level, what does that mean? What is active level? I don't know what active level is. Oh, it's how active the button is. No. Okay, we're not gonna call this directly because it's all messed up. We're just interested in the part where we actually draw any rectangles. So here we go. Where's inner? Yep, get that. Where's rect? Yeah, so we're going to get that. Rect is just going to be this thing's rectangle. And then we have a question of what are the colors. So for instance, the back is these will just be just like this. Yep, there we go. Group, except that instead of active level coming from right there, come over here to types. Well, active level. What kind of active levels were there anyway? Let's go to the GUI real quick and ask what an active level looks like. Okay, so an active level is a 0, 1, 2, 3, or 4. Shoot me. Oh my goodness. Alright, what do these mean? 0 means nothing interesting. 1 is the active level at which hovering but not hot. 2 is the active level of hot but not hovering. 3 is the active level of hovering and hot. And 4 is the active level of active. Active. Okay. Wow. Style get margin color dupe. Okay, so there are actually only 3 of importance. That one, and that one. So 0, 1, and 3. 2 I can ignore, 4 I can ignore. And also shoot me. And then alright, I see them. So there's hover and click. Right. So I go to types.h. What we're going to do is we're going to do UI activation level, active level, enum, UI activation none, UI activation hover, UI activation active. And then the item's active level will get converted over here. We will do default or case UI active none. Activation none. Whoops. Activation hover. Activation active. There we go. No more insanity. Right, it's going to get all goofy about this, so I'm going to have to do this. UI activation level. Activation level. UI activation none. If highlighted item equals 0, well, we already have that there, so here's what we're going to do. Boom, else, boom, item.activation level equals UI activation hover. You're right, don't need that item parter. You're right, don't need scroll bar. computer's fan is working so hard, and it's partly just because this room is so darn hot. I might have to stop streaming just to let everything cool down in a bit here. Like, it's working really hard to cool off. Where is the fat option block? There it is. Now where does the style come from? There it is. Uh-oh. We ended up with the wrong number of braces at the end there. Okay, well, you know what? I would have finished it if you hadn't been such a pain in the ass every step of the way, stupid codebase. Oh my goodness. Okay. Where's my fat option block? There it is. Now on a margin. Okay, so there we go. Alright, very good. And Badoop. Draw string, system, font ID, text. I want to replace text with item string. I want to replace this pop with item status. So draw string, F1. Didn't show up. What happened? What happened wrongly? So, you're too close, and you're too close, and you're too close. You're a little too close, and you're a little too close. Da-do. There we go. Uh-oh, it's bugging me again. There we go. And then, before I have to stop because of the fan scaring me, I will... Yeah, I could make this a little easier if I didn't have there's other stuff open, but it's mostly going to be OBS, yeah. Alright, focus. What was I doing? Right, it didn't work. Render file view. Okay, boom. Okay. Now we are in UI mode and we take a look at the item count. It's got one item. We look at the item that we have. We go, what type of item are you? Neither of those, huh? Option and text field. Oh, it's just the text field by itself. Okay, so let's put in the thing that renders the text field, because I forgot about that somehow, even though it was literally just sitting right there. Take your nonsense, and I take your nonsense, and I ignore that nonsense, and then I take this nonsense, and these go too. Item, query, item string, item status. Which is a good point. Why don't I do that? Ooh, I don't like it. I don't like it. Put it back. Ah, that would suggest that we really want draw string, draw text with cursor, draw text field. Weird, okay. Well, anyways, this should be back color. I'm not sure what these two should be. The first color is default color, and the second color is... Are we sure about that? Are we sure about this? Where's the query string? How does a query bar get rendered? That's what I'm asking. Do text field. Text field. We read P and T. Oh, okay, so this is the query and this is the string. Okay. Oh, perfect. Yeah, I just put them in the wrong spot. Okay. So I just put that there, I put that there, and I go back up to text field one more time, And I go, what on earth did I put in? Okay, I see. So this is supposed to be text 2 color, and this is supposed to be text 1 color. Hey, that's not half bad, but it's totally triple bad. Okay. Right, so I need to start by doing that still. So that's just a foregone conclusion that we're going to push that on. And then all of these things here, these rectangles that I get, they need to be oh shit. So this is item rect. Okay, then whenever I get a rectangle off of this, I do item rect.p0 plus equals rect.p0, same thing to the p1. You sure? Gosh darn me. Okay. That's no problem. So I can just take one of these and replace the first one with an X and the second one with a Y. I can do this again with this and a 1 here and here. And then all of these again right here. Perfect. So that is correct looking. I can type in there foo.bar. Now the only question is, why don't I see the list? Right? So let's go look at base commands. Let's go look at UI item equals blah 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 blah. And then we're gonna look through this shit here. Broop. Doopy doopy doop 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 doop. Uh-oh. Buffer name has substring. Text field. Buffer name. What is buffer name? You gotta show me buffer name. Okay, if you don't even know buffer name, how are we supposed to know what's going on? Has substring text field. Has substring. Oh, you stupid shit. Okay. That's a really dumb implementation of has substring. All of this is dumb. Boom. Messages. Enter. Scratch. Uh-oh, that didn't work. Alright, let's see. Yeah, the mouse stuff isn't working. Arrow keys aren't working. But that is working. Alright, alright. You know? 6 of fun, half a dozen of the thother. Something like this. We got some progress in. So, check, check. The next thing on my to-do list is to get everything working for reals. That wasn't even this isn't even a real implementation that would work anyway. I want to get this one working and then rewrite it from scratch again to use UI modes instead of a coroutine thing. Lots to do. Lots to do. Well, thanks. I might be back later in like an hour or so. I'm going to wait for it to cool down. I'm going to probably eat or not. I don't know. Depends if I get hungry. Whatever happens, I may be back for more of getting things working. But the good news is what we just saw was essentially the Lister API becoming complete. At least the very first layer of it. A lot of work to do on it though. I want to add several more layers on top of it to make it very easy to do certain types of lists. I want to replace all of the existing or all of the recently lost shit. I need to go through and delete all the if zeroed out code and find out how many lines of code we can save from it. Ooh, you know what? Before we end the stream, let's do that. That'll be our little reward for ending the stream. Actually, I'm going to stop the stream and start a new one to make a separate video just for that.